Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm Platter series reviews I do for a little while. I go over there to try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. We're doing a sub sandwich review, so I have to do my little extended intro. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, why I wear super cool shirts? I like to highlight super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my Corbin's Breed shirt, which is super cool. I like the design a lot. If you are unfamiliar with the band Corbin's Breed, they are an industrial metal band out of New England, and I was unfamiliar with them up until just a few days back as well. They were on tour with a band called Cyclone 9, as well as Clockwork Echo, Guillotine, and then the local band was a band called Grimm, who were all fucking badass, by the way. Cannot say enough good things about all of those bands. They were fucking badass. I actually got videos of all those bands, including Corbin's Breed. They're on the channel, by the way. I'm just saying. Because aside from doing food reviews, I have an entire playlist of just concert videos, just concerts that I go to, and I, take my little videos as little snapshots of some of the things that I enjoy. But these guys, Corbin's Breed, were really fucking good. I got a couple videos of them performing. Very unique, very cool, and on top of that, just really nice guys. After their set, I got to, chat with them a little bit, and they were very nice. A couple of them were very inebriated, which made for some fun times. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, folks, we're headed back to, boom, Charleys Cheesesteaks. Woo! And this specifically is their chicken teriyaki cheesesteak, which consists of grilled white meat chicken, onions, teriyaki sauce, Swiss cheese on a toasted roll with lettuce, tomato, mayo, and pickles. Now that said, before I get to the full reveal, because this is a sub sandwich, like I said before, I do have to do my little extended intro for three things. First thing, for over a year now, I've been going on sub sandwich adventures. What does that mean? That means that for over a year, I've been basically hitting up every place that I possibly can that has sub sandwiches, and I've been reviewing them. Be they chain locations, delis, Walmart, the break room at my fucking work. That's what I've been doing. And I've been reviewing them, putting them here on the YouTubes. Number two, where are they on the YouTubes? I hear you cry. Well, I have an entire playlist called Subs for Subs, which is literally just my sub sandwich reviews. So if you need one convenient location, it's already there. Just go to the Subs for Subs section, all the sub sandwich reviews. Number three, if even that is not enough sub sandwich content for you, fret not, because Sunday is SUBday. Every Sunday, that's when I go over there and I upload typically at least 2 sub sandwich reviews. So you got a whole thing, folks. Trust me, I've got backlogs of videos for at least a solid month worth of content. So you're going to get more sub sandwich stuff if that's what you want. But anyway, let's get to the final thing. Let's get to the reveal. Boom! It looks like this. Now here's the thing. It does come with lettuce, mayo, pickle, and tomato. I'm just going to toss this out there to every establishment. Not everything needs that. I'm not saying that it shouldn't have it necessarily, but I feel like it's one of those things that's just too much just because. No. So, flat out, I'm taking the pickles off. Because I don't feel like this is going to be enhanced by pickles. I'll leave on the tomatoes, I'll leave on the lettuce. But, let's go ahead. Let's get this thing open. And yes, it's a cheesesteak, but I'm calling it a sub sandwich because it's structurally the same thing. It's just a regional variant. So, it looks like this. Can we get a thing? Ha 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 ha. Let's try it out. Okay. It's not bad. Does remind me a little bit of the chicken teriyaki sub from Subway, but way better. Oh. For one thing, you're definitely just getting more sandwich for sure. And the chicken has more oomph to it than Subway does. And I've reviewed Subway stuff, by the way, so go look up that if you're interested. Teriyaki sauce, it's a little bit interesting. So, I have a very specific sort of flavor profile in my head for teriyaki sauce. This is like adjacent to it. This is definitely like Charley's interpretation, like their version of a teriyaki sauce. It's not as heavy, and it's not hitting as hard with the flavor, which isn't an entirely bad thing. Teriyaki sauce is fantastic, but it is absolutely one of those sauces that can drastically overpower whatever it's on if you use too much of it. So I don't mind that the sauce that they're using, it comes off, like I said, a little bit thinner, a little bit, doesn't have quite the same oomph, because it allows for the rest of the sandwich to still come through. And for what it is, it's a pretty tasty teriyaki sauce. A little bit of sweetness. Decent flavor for what it is. And it's kind of interesting because with Subway, with theirs, like their sauce is more of like, it's like a teriyaki, but then it's also like mixed with stuff. With this, you kind of get a similar effect, but it's not mixed, it's that you've got the grilled onions on it. So, the grilled onions are nice. They definitely add to it. I think without it, it would be very kind of one-dimensional. The tomato and the lettuce, I'll be honest, aren't doing much of anything. That's the thing. It's why I kind of, when it comes to these things, like, I sort of rail against this notion that, like, certain things just have to be on there. Because it's like, do they? And I usually, a lot of times I like tomato and lettuce on a sub. But for a sub like this, I just don't see a purpose to it. Clearly you're going in for the teriyaki and the chicken and the cheese. Like the veg, I don't think really helps. It's just kind of there. But, it's a decent sub. Or cheesesteak, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I think the teriyaki sauce is definitely the strongest flavor, but it's not so overwhelming that it's abrasive or it's completely taking away from everything else. It works. It's not the best teriyaki sauce I've ever had, but at the same time, used in this circumstance, it works fine. Overall, I mean, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I go with maybe and sort of. For me, Charley's, this year has been the first year where I've really gone and, taken a look at Charley's stuff, because they built one pretty close to where I am. And so it's been interesting kind of going into it, because it's like, I've had cheesesteaks before, but I live in Illinois, so I don't have proper cheesesteaks. I'm sure there probably are places that do them. I just, not immediately around me. So Charley's is kind of the first place in my immediate area with professing, the cheesesteak speciality. And it's been kind of a mixed bag. I haven't disliked anything I've had from them, but at the same time, it's been a little bit rare that I've really been in love with anything I've had from them. They're good, but so when it comes to this particular one, it's good. It's definitely better than the Subway equivalent, by a vast margin. So I might get it again if I were going to Charley's. I've definitely had other subs from them, though, like the Bacon 3 sub, which I really liked. There's other ones I would get before this one, but it's not a bad offering. If I really wanted like a chicken teriyaki kind of sandwich, this would probably be what I would go to, again, between this and like Subway. If I'm recommending it, again, sort of, I don't think this is their best sub, but I don't think it's a bad sub. I think it's decent enough, and maybe I'll go over there, maybe I'll try out, because I usually do like Italian subs and stuff like that. Maybe I'll make a more concerted effort to do like chicken teriyaki stuff, because I know other sub places have them available. But at least for right now, the ones that I have to go off of, it's definitely better than Subway. So if you want a chicken teriyaki sandwich, and Subway and Charleys are your only options, definitely go to Charleys. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, spend this rest of your folks. You go over there and have yourselves a truly teriyaki-tastic rest of your life. Because again, teriyaki is just really wonderful. It's not as much in this particular usage. It's not as great as it could be. But damn it, when you get some really good teriyaki, Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not as possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there with you in it. Life can be really stressful and frustrating and just kind of bullshit-tastic. And unfortunately, sometimes we just have to deal with that. But when we do, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try out a Charleys Cheesesteaks place around you, right? Because they have multiple locations. Maybe you're going to do that. Maybe you're going to be like, yeah, this is okay, but like proper Philly cheesesteak, right? That's literally the namesake. So then you go over there, you go down to Philadelphia. And I know they have like 2 like locations that are considered like the cheesesteak places. Although I don't know, maybe that's changed. If it has, I apologize. But that's how I understood it. So then you go to one of them, then you go to the other one, and then you got to go over there and make a decision and everything. So then you're like, well, maybe this place. But then the people from that place are like, bah, 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 bah. So then you're like, maybe this place. And then the people are like, bah, 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 bah. And then it just ends up becoming this big clusterfuck and blah 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 blah. And then that's how Twitter was born. Because let's be honest, like all that stuff is basically pretty much was just and not just with the Philly cheesesteaks, just with anything where you have these 2 divisive things. It's pretty much just how the internet just took that and ran with it. Or conversely, if you do go to Philly and you do go over there and try some cheesesteaks and you have any experience with Charleys, hey, let me know. How close is Charleys? Are they even in the same ballpark? Are they completely? Let me know. Bye.